So basically there's this video out that calls out anti-feminists and all that shit. Reasonable questions for anti-social justice warriors. And everyone else was responding to it, so I thought, what the hell, I'll respond to it too. And I'm kind of like ripping off The Amazing Atheist. I'm going to do it in parts too, because there's no way in fucking hell I'm going to have like a 30-minute video on this bullshit. Already the opening text is just fucking hilarious. They tried to make fun of BuzzFeed videos while pwning SJWs, but ended up making BuzzFeed videos look pretty good by comparison.
Are you able to understand the irony of responding to the perceived political correctness of the left with exasperated reactionary hypersensitivity of your own?
Why can't social justice warriors understand the meaning of trolling, satire, and humor? Now, to be fair to you, there are anti-social justice warriors who have their heads completely up their own ass. But on the whole, they're just making fun of you and basically using your own tactics against you. Why can't you just understand that?
What is it with you people and skulls?
Well, I'm guessing that they were born with them. Like, what kind of fucking question is that? I cherry-picked one anti-social justice warrior with a skull in his background, and now I think they all like skulls.
How do you define right-wing? Anti-SJWs often have an aversion to being labelled as right-wing, yet they regularly defend the right and bash the left. Therefore, why is being labelled right-wing a bad thing to you? And if it's because right-wing is used as a pejorative, can you not see how labelling people as SJWs or regressives is also pejorative?
Here's the thing that you're not realizing. When it comes to anti-social justice warriors, their backgrounds vary. I've seen antis who are liberal, I've seen antis who are right-wing, I've seen antis who are in the middle. But with social justice warriors, they are always, you understand? Always liberal. That I haven't seen one social justice warrior that has been a conservative. Not one. That's one of the nice things about antis, is the fact that they're a mixed bag. They could believe in anything. You don't know unless they fucking tell you. But usually social justice warriors, from what I've seen, have been like 99.999% liberal. There is no mixed bag with social justice warriors. It's always the same shit. It's monotonous, it's annoying, and it's just... Because we're talking about social justice warriors. We're not talking about liberals. We're talking about social justice warriors and regressives. That's what we're talking about here. Not all liberals are social justice warriors, but all social justice warriors are liberals. You get it? You understand?
Rather than telling people you disagree with to drink bleach, wouldn't it be more productive for you to have an actual conversation about the issues you feel matter? Or is it just easier to do the bleach thing?
Instead of cherry-picking singular comments made by dumbasses, wouldn't it be easier to respond to the people who actually do give a reasonable argument? Or you could just ignore reasonable antis and just sit there like a dumbass? Yeah.
You claim to be proponents of rational, logical, evidence-based argumentation. That's great. That's entirely laudable. But when I look at your online activity, when I look at, I don't know, for example, your Twitter feed, that's often not what I see.
No, seriously? What is it with you people and skulls?
If this little Dutch boy looking motherfucker doesn't stop with this shit.
Are you aware that the ridiculous buzzwords you helped to popularize, like SJW and cuck and regressive, have all lost whatever meaning they once had and only serve now as casual insults and pejoratives to derail any meaningful conversation?
Oh my gosh.
If you want to talk about people overusing words...
For the last time, what is it with you people and committing actual literal felonies.
Oh, nigga. I think Black Lives Matter alone covers a lot of that shit. Just like those social justice warriors who poisoned that lady's dog, you know, the lady who wanted to open up like a men's shelter. And then they killed her dog, like, you know, like that. But thank you, little Dutch boy, for that, you know, really vague, blurry screen cap of some random white guy that I've never seen before. I've been schooled. I've been truly schooled.
There's no need for that.
In videos and in the comment sections, anti-feminists often take up the most extreme or the weakest feminist position they can find, or they just straight up misrepresent what the feminist position is. Instead, why not take up the strongest, most robust feminist argument you can find and really challenge yourself?
I am deeply concerned with male addiction rates, suicide rates, and abuse rates, because I have worked with these issues in the quote-unquote real world. Would you be willing as anti-feminists to put aside your differences with feminists for the greater good of addressing these issues, especially as the kind of solutions needed are not necessarily gendered? And if so, I would actually like you to let me know, because I'm not fucking around or presenting any gotchas here. I actually really think that we could get something done if we work together. So, yeah.
And I hear a lot of talk, like, oh, I'm involved in, like, stuff. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. And if you are, like, that's great. That's really great. But let's really stop pretending like antis just say this shit and don't give a fuck. Like I said, I've seen plenty of rational antis who are willing to have conversations with these people. But see, that's the thing. These people don't want to have conversations. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who wants to have these conversations. Or at least wants to be objective about this shit. They don't. They fucking don't! Stop pretending like they do! Like you're just sitting in these peaceful feng shui huts like Buddhist monks just waiting for the antis to stop the pain. All the pain in the world is caused by anti-social justice warriors and I'm just praying for it to stop. Just stop, please. Stop. Stop. I'm the most enlightened human being on earth.
What is third wave feminism?
Whack ass, money grubbing, no respect giving bitches.
Any questions?
Why is it that this feminist represents all feminists, but this men's rights activist doesn't represent all men's rights activists?
Whoa, wait, sexism all of a sudden? Ladies and men are different? So we're supposed to punch men and not hit ladies and open doors for men, but not ladies? Fuck you, get out of my face, you tiny piece of shit.
Well, for one thing, does that guy identify as an MRA? Number two, that's not just one chick. That's a lot of chicks. And I'm not just talking about her weight. I mean, really, like, there's a lot of feminists who act like her. Like, a lot. I have never seen an entire horde of MRAs in public yelling about... And every time you point out that, oh, you know, like, feminists are shit because look at all these really loud, obnoxious people who say they represent you. Look at these people. And usually the first fucking thing that comes out of their mouth is, well, they're not real feminists, so I don't know. Instead of calling them out on their shitty behavior, you just dismiss them like, no, look at us. Don't look at them, look at us. Even though, like, we do what they do, but classier. Don't look at them, look at us. Look at us.
If SJWs are bad because they spend too much time whining and don't talk about real problems, then why aren't you talking about those problems instead of just whining about the other people over and over and over for literally years? I mean, in the scale of priorities, that's like even lower, right? You know, you've got the real problems, you've got the things that feminists worry about, and then you've got you going, oh, how dare they? Just, how dare they have different priorities from me?
Dutch Boy is basically admitting that they don't fucking talk about real shit, but then criticize people for criticizing them for not talking about real shit. There are plenty of antis who talk about this shit. See, but the thing is, you know the difference between social justice warriors and antis? Is that most antis don't have to fucking brag about how informed they are. On the whole, you don't really acknowledge that anyone talks about anything other than you. Because like I said before in previous videos, that social justice warriors are egomaniacs who think they don't deserve to be picked on because they believe in something which is fucking retarded. They think there is no wrong way to talk about social justice. If it comes out of their mouth and they're passionate about it, they're automatically these pious monoliths of goodness. And then as soon as you criticize their methods, you're a fucking asshole.
Why can't they do what I do? Whine about whining. Forever. For a living. That's healthy.
And as if social justice warriors don't whine about whining. You know, kind of like how you're doing. right now. You fucking, oh no, my house is unreasonably dirty, and the text is really off kilter. This is so funny. I mean, y'all can't even fucking roast right. What the fuck is wrong with any of you?
Why don't you seem as concerned with actual feminist theory in academia as you are with wrecking people for views?
Since so many of you profess to be admirers of second-wave feminism as opposed to third-wave feminism, I thought it would be interesting to ask which second-wave feminists in particular do you appreciate? Which books written by second-wave feminists have you read and found interesting? Which second-wave feminist activists have you specifically admired as you formed the opinion that you like second-wave feminism, but you have no use for third-wave feminism? I'm just curious.
This is my fucking problem with these people. You cannot be moderate. You gotta read feminist literature. You gotta suck Gloria Steinem's asshole. You gotta do all this shit. You can't just it's like with Harry Potter. You can't just like Harry Potter. You gotta be in the fandom. You gotta go cosplaying. You gotta show up opening night in full Harry Potter gear. You can't just like the fucking movie and move the hell on. You gotta suck the asshole, that motherfucker. You gotta get in there. You gotta get in there.
You do understand that reading the title of a book or an article or watching the first 15 seconds of a video is not going to give you a deep, nuanced understanding of what that book or article or video is about, right?
What's better than a TV hanging on the wall? Hello, a projector.
Why is trying and failing to debunk a study into sexual assault the #1 priority for a rational thinker now?
Because unrational thinkers believe faulty evidence that has been debunked by professionals more times than I can fucking count.
Does it maybe say something about your priorities? Does it maybe? Nah, it's fine, it's the feminazis, we have to stop them. They're taking away our video games. Look, Anita, I'm sorry, but I can't actually destroy video games. That doesn't make any sense.
This is what happens when social justice warriors with no humor whatsoever finally decide to have a sense of humor. I'm supposed to take Anita Sharkeisha seriously when she thinks that women are so emotionally fragile they can't take looking at CGI titties? Sorry, but no.
Do you deny that systemic racism against black people is like a thing in general?
Yes!
If so, what? Okay, just step up. Just cover your ears for a second and let the smart people talk.
If you've ever discussed or done a video about black-on-black crime, when are you going to do a video about white-on-white crime and what we, as white people, can do to solve the problems in our community?
Why is a literal teenager's different definition of racism from you so horrifying that you all have to go, No! No, we have to stop him! We've got to debunk him now! Ah!
Dutch boy, were you dropped on your fucking head as a child? She basically said everyone in existence is a racist, a transphobe, or whatever. No, and she did it in the cringiest way fucking possible. Let's not forget that. I mean, if you've seen her channel, Jesus Christ, she is insane.
Ha